Okay, well there you have it. Propane problem solved. It starts up okay now. What I did is I took this hose off. This is the hose that was on the generator that I got as I got it, and it just had a male threading on this hose. So I went to Do It Center, got a female to female NPT brass fitting, and this goofy thing which has this overflow or what excess flow detector lockout thing inside there. I think it's got some reduction, and that seemed to be the source of the problem. I didn't have any other connectors handy. I had one of these older ones for my weed burner, which is in the back, and it had a hose on it. It had the wand to burn weeds. I used it for starting the fire, and I thought, well, it has a regulator. It's not the standard barbecue pressure, which is like 11 inches of water column for gas appliances. Instead, it's set to, looks like 18 psi. 18. And I know that's a high pressure regulator. I mean, at low or high. The maximum was 250. Thinking, well, it should work at 18. It probably won't work at 11 inches of water column, which is what I think this one was. This is, oh, there's the weed burner. John gave me this. This was part of, or in conjunction with the outdoor patio heater, one of those short ones with a little aluminum dome on it. I don't know what happened to it. I don't know what the pressure is, but my guess is probably 11. Hi there, mailman. So I'll take it. Thank you.
Go. Have a good day.
Wow. Let's see what I got here. 30 years. Oh, how about that? U.S. carburation. That wasn't supposed to get here on Thursday. That's my natural gas tri-fuel conversion kit. How about that? Anyway, so I put that on there. It was really hard, really tight, left-hand thread. But one of the things I noticed that when I pressed this primer button before, I can only hear a short burst of propane, just, which tells me something's restricted. And I waited 5 or 10 seconds, you could do it again. But before I fired it up this time, I noticed that you can press that button and hold it, and you can hear the propane rushing out. Because I've seen that in instruction manuals for other regulators, and there's no time delay on it. So I held it for a good long while, and I'll do it again here. You'll hear it, maybe. See, it's continuous until I let go. That's a good sign. That means it's flowing properly, and then you just simply hit the start switch. Okay, that's reassuring. Now that I probably took off a year's worth of life of the starter, all that shenanigans before, but I'm happy. I got a little longer hose. I'm not sure what to do here with this. What I do have to see is on this U.S. carburation kit, and we'll make a separate video of this. This only has the LP natural gas regulator. You can use it for propane, but you would need a front end propane regulator for low pressure, but I don't know how low. I don't know if they're expecting 11-inch water column, i.e. burner type stuff, you know, barbecue, low pressure, or this. These things I think are in a class of their own. 18 psi is pretty high for a propane appliance, but these are for weed burners, so I mean, this is a serious blowtorch. Chuck says he has one without a regulator. I don't understand. I'm just going to have to shut up on that one, because tank pressure is between 175 and 200 psi. I couldn't imagine blowing 175 psi propane out. That's more than my compressor normally puts out. But different appliance, different situation. So wow, I'm impressed. I'm going to do one more start, and then we're going to move on to natural gas. Here we go. UPS is here now. I must have another package. We'll see what I got. See you later. Thank you for watching this video. I'm going to run on high pressure. Previous video I had 18 psi regulator that was on my weed burner that I bought at the Do It Center, Johnson's Home and Garden, a while back, and that seemed to work really well. Generator is really reliable, starts every time. It had this POL, what they call POL fitting. That's reverse thread, left-hand thread inside. It looks like it has a ball in there. It looks like excess flow restrictor preventer is in there, because you can see the ball bearing in there on the end of it. And it worked really well on the 18 psi regulator. So this time we're going to run it just high pressure, which is what, 175 to 200 psi. Tank is open, and I've already done this and it works. I'm just going to show it to you again. Or do it again so you folks can see it. And we'll hit the starter and leave this on auto. Hit the starter. It idles right up and goes right down to idle. Okay, success. Originally I thought it might be the hose because the inlet, the hole in the hose is really small. It's quite a bit smaller than the longer hose that was on this weed burner. We'll look at that here in a second here, if I can get it here. Yeah, see that center hole inside that pipe there, that fitting? 1/8 inch. Not very big. I thought it would be bigger than that. But anyway, the hole inside the hose that was on the machine when I got it is even smaller than that. But the problem does seem to be this. So this thing, I think, has two things. It has the excess flow preventer, lockout, but it also has some sort of restrictor in there for any kind of flow. So, I mean, I could try to take that back to Do It Center, but I'm just going to throw it in the junk bin. I don't know. It's just not working. Actually, probably what I could do, I might just do that. A little dangerous. I like this LP 15 something. They have a name for this. So the new style outside fitting, this right-hand thread. I did some research on that. The idea of why they went to that is to prevent cross-threading on the old POL, what they call POL fitting. On the inside threads of the valve is left hand, but they're really fine threads, and I guess people were cross-threading them. So the new standard is you have to have the OPF, overfill protection valve, which is signified by the 3 lug handle. You know, it's illegal to sell any other one. But also every propane tank now has outside right-hand threads that are very coarse. And the thinking is it's so coarse it's impossible to cross-thread that. But to be backward compatible with a lot of appliances, they had to keep the inside one, something LP 15, whatever the designator is for that. So this thing's no good the way it is now. So I think I'll just drill it out. It looks like here I could probably chuck this up in a drill press at some point and just drill right through there. See if I can get this tip. Well, shit, I need the tip because the tip has to release. There's also a pressure release in all the new tanks. I learned that too. That if nothing was connected to the tank and you turn the valve on, you wouldn't let any gas out. There's a spring-loaded valve in there, release in the end of that valve, which I believe this little tip here is what releases that. Presses it in like a little spray bar. So what I would need to do is drill right down through the center while maintaining the integrity of that outside nipple, and or punch that through. I'll have to do more studying, or come through the backside with a drill, a punch. If I muck it up and screw it up, it's no big deal. It didn't cost a lot of money. But anyway, that was the root problem, the root cause. Thanks for watching.